Hi, how are you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. My name's Leila and I'm the social worker here.
Hi, I'm Jess Fitzgerald. It's nice to meet you.
Okay, nice to meet you too. Is it okay if I call you Jess?
Yes, that's fine.
Great, and you can call me Layla.
Okay.
We'll be meeting here in my office for 30 minutes once a week. The purpose of our meetings are just to take time for you to express to me any concerns or problems you might be having right now. Before we get started, I just want to let you know that everything we say here is confidential. There's no point where I would break confidentiality unless you are going to hurt yourself or someone else. Do you have any questions about that?
No.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and get started. What brings you here today?
I wanted to come in and talk to you today because I've been having problems with my younger sister, Kristen.
Okay, what kind of problems?
She recently came out and has a girlfriend, and I do not really like her girlfriend, and I feel like their relationship is unhealthy, and her behavior's not normal since they started dating.
All right, can you describe to me what unhealthy and not normal is?
I feel like they are really obsessive with each other. They're together constantly. She doesn't see any of her other friends. She spends a lot less time with me and my youngest sister as well. Um, she's more withdrawn. She doesn't enjoy the same things that she used to. Just a lot of changes in a short amount of time.
Right. So it seems like you're upset because your relationship has changed with her. She's not spending as much time with you, but spending more time with her girlfriend who you don't like.
Yes.
Okay. Tell me more about your relationship with your sister.
Prior to when this all started, we were very close. She and my other sister and I all spend a lot of time together. We all get along really well, especially Kristen and I, because we like a lot of the same stuff. We work together all the time, and she's only 2 years younger than me, so it's not a big difference in age. And we just haven't been spending as much time together, and she's not interested in the same things. She doesn't get excited about the same things that she used to that we would do together.
Right. I feel like you perked up when you started to talk about your sister, so I see you guys must have a really great relationship before this all happened.
Yes.
What else do you think has changed since she started dating this girl?
Her personality just seems like it's changed, and the things that she shows interest in. Like, I feel like instead of being herself and liking things that she normally likes, she is starting to adapt to what Caitlin likes, or like what she thinks Caitlin wants her to like, instead of just being herself.
So, how has this affected the rest of your family or your relationship with the rest of your family?
My youngest sister, Maggie, she feels the same way about it, but she is less confrontational than me, so she hasn't really said anything to Kristen. She just talks to me about it, but she is worried and she doesn't like it as well. And my parents don't know yet, but I think that they will soon, because I don't think she does a good job of hiding it. Like, she says she doesn't want them to know, but the way that they interact with each other in front of my parents, especially my dad, it seems clear to me that they obviously are more than friends.
Right. Have you tried to talk to her about this, or have you tried to make her understand your feelings?
I've talked to her about it, yeah, because I'm pretty vocal with her about it, and I think she thinks I'm attacking her, so she gets really defensive, and we just, every time we talk about it, it's just, she's not seeing where I'm coming from, I'm not seeing where she's coming from. It just ends in an argument or with nothing resolved. And we've talked about it multiple times, and it's just like we're not getting anywhere with it.
Right. How do you think your parents are going to feel about this?
I think that they probably will both be slightly shocked, but I think my dad more so than my mom, because my mom is gay, and honestly, Kristen's always kind of seemed like maybe it could happen. And I think my mom, just because she is gay, will be more understanding and sympathetic to the situation. But I think my dad will kind of just be like in denial. He kind of just like is the kind of person who doesn't want to confront things, and he just kind of wants to let it, just slide under the rug or whatever. But I mean, he won't outright say he's not happy about it or anything. He'll be supportive in his way.
Okay. Well, that's good. You mentioned that your mom is gay as well. Tell me how you felt when she came out.
Well, when she came out, I was only like 10 years old, and my sisters were obviously younger. They were like 7 and 3. So it was a hard time. I mean, especially because I was young, I didn't really understand. I couldn't talk to my sisters about it because they were younger, and it caused a lot of change to occur. Like, we had to move into a smaller house. Obviously, my parents got divorced. Soon my dad married, well, he got with my stepmom, who we all really don't like. And so it has a lot of negative feelings attached to it.
Do you think your feelings of hurt might be associated with how you felt when your mom came out?
Yeah, I mean, I've never really thought about it like that until now, but I feel like maybe subconsciously that could be like playing a role in how I feel about this, just because like it brings back a lot of those memories, and I don't want her to have to like have more of a difficult time than she would, and I feel like I probably associate that with like because my mom's life was much more difficult after she came out, and it caused a lot of problems for her.
Right.
So, especially because she was my little sister, like I don't want to have to see her like struggle.
Yeah. When you talked about your mom, it seemed like that was a hard time for you, especially because you kind of started to mess with your boot a little bit, which is okay. It just seemed like that sort of brought back memories. Do you think that that's going to be, where you said that you felt like you don't want this to be hard for your sister? Do you feel like that might be another reason your relationship is suffering with her?
Maybe, yeah. And I think that she thinks, because we've talked previously about how, like, because she has those feelings about my mom coming out too, like, because, we were in it together. She
Right.
knows that it caused problems. And so I think she didn't want to be this way, but, like, now that she's finally, like, open about it, I feel like she thinks that I'm going to hold on to those feelings that we talked about before about, like, bad things coming from it or whatever. When I try to make it clear to her that I don't feel like that about her being gay, but I feel like she just automatically has these like defenses in place.
Right. Well, tell me about how your relationship would be with your sister if she wasn't dating somebody who you disliked. Tell me about how things would be if there was no problem at all.
I think things would be fine. I mean, she's getting ready to go away to college, so we've been preparing for that. And I just think we'd just be like how we've always been, spending time together, doing the stuff that we normally do together.
Sounds like you just want things to go back to the way they used to be.
Yeah, pretty much. Or even, because she thinks it's about it being a girl, but like I told her before, if this was a boy and your relationship was the same, I still would be like, it's not okay. But she like just doesn't want to hear it.
See. Well, let's just discuss what we've talked about today. I'm going to kind of summarize what I took from what you said. Your sister came out, and that's been sort of difficult for you to deal with. She's dating somebody who you dislike, and that's changed the dynamic of your relationship with your sister, and that's been hard with you. I kind of felt like it's maybe been hard for you as well because it's taking you back to the time when your mom came out, and that was a really difficult time in your life. Would you like to maybe discuss more of that next session?
Yeah, I think so. That would be a good idea because I never really thought about it till now.
Great. Do you have any other questions you'd like to ask me before the session ends?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay, great. It was so nice to meet you, Jess, and we'll meet here next week at 12 p.m. the same time in my office.
Okay, you too. Thank you.
Thanks.